Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw, Vick. That's complete to John Ross. A nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. You got 3.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And he's got Miller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They get here on 3rd. From the gun, Vick. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. On 1st down, Simpson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Ulrich. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Ulrich, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Vick. Man open, it's Moss, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Vick. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Vick going deep downfield for Ross. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What do they fight? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. All red. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. My 18 Gator, 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Allred now from the gun on 3rd down. This is Reese on the ground. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Check, ready, Henry, Mark 56. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. John Ross, the one he was looking for. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Vic readies to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first down. He's got his guys a first down here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Don't get nervous. Mike 28. Mike 28.
Vic now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
On the ready. 56 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 6-3. 19.
From the gun on 3rd down. All red. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And he gets this away. Angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play action now. Vick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Vick. Open man is Ross, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Allred looking to throw on second down. But that's complete to Sanders. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw is Allred. To throw on second down. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
SOS. Check 3, check 3.
They'll run on first down. It's Simpson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Check 56. Check.
Here's Allred operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Now second and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Check 26, check 22, check 22, check.
Back to throw. Allred got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 7-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. All red. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. On 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Now a carry for Sanders. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Vick. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. From the gun, Vick. Going up top for Miller. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play. The one that they got on the previous one, they tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15. Vic to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Vic. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Another run with Sanders. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Baldwin now from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over. Here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might out from all the work he's getting.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Herbert. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the pass. Mike 52.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
52's the mark, boy, 52. Hey, let's get this, get this.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's going to go down again. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and 1 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
At the 16-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
52. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Yep.
Check.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Blue draw quarters. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
You're out. Hustle, hustle. Hit it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Vick. And that will be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Go. Hey, Echo.
Check 13. Check 13.
Get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's complete right around the 8. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Rush in, rush in.
Now they toss that wide to Sanders. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Let's go. Touchdown. You.
Back to throw. All red. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting.
We have a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Go. Recon, 132 Fox.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Bravo. Hey.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, Sam off. Now.
On 4th down, Herbert. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Jam.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
I think it was in November.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Baltimore, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood?